So we meet again. Well, it seems that my decision to sell off a few items has really set off a great disturbance in the force. I've released a couple of videos in the last few weeks or so, where I've updated on my summer sale. I've decided to sell off a few synths here and there to get more space, and things I really don't need anymore, I've let it go. That has made some people go bat crazy. I've got lots of comments on the videos and on Facebook, and even a lot of emails from people telling me that I'm really stupid selling of things and I will regret it, and hardware is much better than software, and if I'm going to a DAW now, if I'm going to the dark side.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Etc., etc. So people, guys, you really need to get a life, and I'm just making update videos on my workflow and life because I have a following. I'm just selling off a few synths. Guys, the DAW, well, I've been using a DAW since the early 90s. When Cubase Audio was released, I got it about the same day. I'm a working musician, a producer of music, a sound designer, and I have to use a DAW. I use a DAW and plugins much more than I use hardware synths. I use hardware vintage synths for my own music, but in my daily work, I mostly use a DAW. So I've used DAWs since the dawn of DAWs. And guys, I don't need 8 DX7 synthesizers to get my music across. I can make do with 3 or maybe even 2. So that's why I've sold off something like the TX816 rack, etc. I have enough vintage FM DX synths to get my music across. Things like the TX816, which were great for live MIDI sequencing in the 80s. I don't do much live MIDI sequencing anymore, except for in videos. So again, better to let someone else enjoy it, and definitely let someone else enjoy maintaining all these old vintage synths. So I'm cutting down from 45 to maybe 25 vintage synths, and I can say I'm going to miss the maintenance on all of them and the cost of that for something I rarely ever use anymore. And the thing about regret, I think the word regret is a common word in a lot of angry comments. Espen, you might regret. Espen, you will regret. You will regret, Espen, selling off those synths. People, regrets are a waste of time. I might go out the door in the morning and get hit by a car out in the street, and I might regret getting out of bed that morning because I was hit by a car. If you think like that, you can't do anything in life. Life is taking a risk. Life is taking a risk on living, actually. I still have a couple of items more to unload. And no, I'm not selling on eBay, I'm not selling on Reverb, you won't find my listing there. I'm only selling locally here in Norway because that's much easier for me. People coming to my door to pick things up, paying in cash. Cash is king, you know it, that's what I'm doing. As always, I'm Espen Kraft, and you're not. Remember that. Thanks for watching, see you next time. Cheers.